Well, game 3 of the 15th region is getting ready to take place here at Stonecrest, Prestonsburg Sports Complex. And Ronnie, right now they're introducing the starting lineup, the runners-up from the 59th district, the Shelby Valley Wildcats, and let you run down the starters for us.
Well, we'll do that. Batting first, playing center field, will be Riley Newsom. Sam Brown will be the pitcher. He's had an outstanding year for Shelby Valley. He'll hit in the number 2 slot. Hitting third will be Jackson Dameron, the third baseman. Brady Bentley will be the shortstop. He will hit cleanup. The left fielder will be Hunter Mullins. He hits in the number 5 spot. The right fielder is Bryce Bentley. And the DH will be Caden Justice, an 8th grader. And then Lincoln Taylor will be the catcher. And Kobe Fields will be at first. Once again, it'll be Newsom, Brown, Dameron, Bentley, Brady Bentley, Mullins, Bryce Bentley, Justice, Taylor, and Fields in the starting lineup for Shelby Valley. It'll be Samuel Brown will be on the mound for the Wildcats. Pike Central, under first-year coach Will Ward, winning the 60th district in his first try. They will open with Blake Hager at first base. The catcher will be Caleb Mouton. The shortstop will be Caden Crum. Hitting cleanup will be the second baseman, Isaac Blankenship. Peyton Compton will be the center fielder. Third base will be Patrick Mandrell. And the pitcher will be Cameron Shearer. The Hunter Agins will be in left field, and Luke Thornsberry will be the DH. Once again, it'll be Hager, who got the victory on the mound against Belfry in the finals of the 60th district. Mouton, Crum, Blankenship, Compton, Mandrell, Shearer, who will be on the hill for Coach Ward, Atkins, and Thornsberry. That's the starting lineup for both these teams. Right now, Pike Central out, as we'll begin as they're warming up here, and Shelby Valley will be batting here in the top of the first inning.
Well, he didn't name names, but Coach Will Ward did say that his top pitcher was, had a little bit of a problem with some tightness in his forearm. He didn't know if he's going to be able to go or not, but we do see that Shearer, who has an 8-2 record on the season, is on the mound right now at Shelby Valley.
Hager's the ace, though, of the staff.
Hager's the ace on the staff.
He's the ace of the staff.
So Shearer is, Hager has I looked at the roster. Hager has an ERA of 2.51, and he's not able to go today. Tightness in his forearm, so Cameron Shearer is going to get the start, and he's going to face Blake Hager of, not Blake Hager, but for Shelby Valley, he is going to face Riley Newsom, Sam Brown, and Jackson Dameron, the first 3 hitters in the lineup. Shelby Valley, as you mentioned, they were the runners-up of the 59th district to Pikeville, and Will Ward, winner of the 60th district in his first year. We know Will Ward back from Little League days, don't we?
Absolutely.
And if there's anybody that loves baseball that's coaching high school right now, it is Will Ward. And I think we can say the same thing about Kyle Welch, what a job he's done at Shelby Valley in 3 short years.
Yeah, he's done, I think, an outstanding job. But one thing I will say, Eugene, is I would not be surprised if we didn't see Hager before this game is over. Do you know what? Would not surprise me if we didn't see Hager on the mound. That's just an opinion. I don't have anything from the sideline. That's just an observation. May see Blake Hager on the hill before the day's over.
Corporate sponsors for the 15th Region Tournament are Community Trust Bank, Food City, and Appalachian Wireless, and we want to encourage you to know that they do support our youth and supporting 15th Region Baseball. And this game's underway with a ball that's low to Riley Newsom leading it off.
Eugene, is that the veteran Pete Runyon? Is that behind the plate duties today?
There's a foul ball down the left side. Yes, that is Pete Runyon. Pete Runyon is the home plate umpire tonight, and he is the veteran. Pete and I go back a long ways, as well as you know, when you were coaching. Pete and I were refereeing, or not refereeing, but umpiring. Tyler Hall is at first base. John Runyon is at second base. And Johnny Lovely is the third base umpire. And I have to say, we have played 2 ball games, started our 3rd one, and we haven't had one discussion about something being missed.
No.
Or possibly being missed.
2 very good officiated games.
So Riley Newsom in a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. And that's a swing and a miss, gets away. And the throw down to first is into right field. So Newsom not only will get first base, and he's going to hold. And let's give a shout out to the right fielder, not taking for granted, but backing up the throw out in right field for Pike County Central.
You know, little things mean a lot, Eugene, in the game of baseball. You know that as well as I do. Right there, I thought short Newsom would have been able to take second base, but the right fielder, they're not assuming anything, made a nice play backing up the play at first because the throw from the catcher to the first baseman was way over his head. But they do have Newsom at first base.
And that was Newsom in right field for Pike Central. He is not hitting. He is the fielder. He has a designated hitter that will be batting for him. Coming to the plate for Shelby Valley will be Sam Brown. And, boy, he just has high school baseball, in his veins, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Outstanding player, have an outstanding year. I know talking to the people from Pike Central, Sam Brown's one name that they mentioned, as far as a player they're going to have a really, really good ball game here today.
In the on-deck circle for Shelby Valley is Jackson Dammer. And Brody Bentley is in the hole, as we like to say. And we'll bring you up to speed on Game 3 of softball as the Shelby Valley Lady Batcats are playing against Floyd Central, I do believe. Here's a throw over to first, and Newsom goes back head first. And the score is 7-0. And that game is in, about the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd, looks like. The 1-0 swung on. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove. Well, we'll give a shout out to Lathan Hall. He's our cameraman. And he's been in the sun all day. There's a line drive. That's going to get into the gap.
That is a gapper.
Nope, it is not. It hit the soft turf, and that's only going to be a single. But Newsom is going to go from first to third. Why is that a single? It rained all day yesterday. It's like you're driving golf. It just plugged when it hit the ground.
No roll. But it was hit deep enough for the runner to advance from first to third, and I think if there was 2 outs, he would have had a double with that play. But not taking any chances, didn't want to make the first out at second base, although I thought he could have made second base.
That ball did, it did rain a lot yesterday here. The outfield is natural grass, and it is beautiful, but it is soft from all the rain. The infield is turf, and it's a unique field, but it is a beautiful field. We've said it numerous times in case you just joined us. This complex here at Prestonsburg is outstanding. Here's a throw down to second, and they've got the runner as they get Sam Brown caught stealing. And, wow, what a throw from the catcher, Caleb Mouton. He threw an absolute BB to second base and make the put out on Sam Brown from 2 to 4.
Do you think Shelby Valley did not think that they would throw through this early in the game or what, Eugene? But and that the runner at third didn't even attempt to, come home.
There's a foul.
I'm not sure that's the best of base running by Valley. To me, the shortstop was not going to come up in front of the bag and field it. Eugene, he clearly was at second base, and he was going to take the throw down, and I
like it. There's a swing and a miss on a curveball. I like that you don't concede it. And when you got an arm like that at catcher, he could have, if the runner had broke from third, he still could have called it and threw it back to the plate. But I like that defense. There's a ground ball up the middle that'll score the run. And the ground out to second, score it 4-3 for out number 2. Jackson grounds out, but he gets an RBI, and Shelby Valley is on the board 1-0. Out at second base is Isaac Blankenship, who made the play. And he tossed it over to Blake Hager at first base. And now the cleanup hitter, Brody Bentley, comes to the plate. Shortstop wearing number 5. Brady Bentley. So the pitch, and Bentley swings and fouls it.
Tell you, Eugene, what a year that young man had on the receiving end for Shelby Valley this year. I'm telling you. Oh, over 1,000 yards, I think, in receiving. I don't know how many touchdowns, but boy, he's the kind, had a great quarterback in Rez Osmond, but boy, you throw it up and he was number 4 in football, and he was going to go get it.
Now he gets a hold of that fastball up the middle, diving stop by the shortstop, but that'll be a base hit. Could not come up with it cleanly enough to make the throw. Caden Crump, boy, what a play he made. Left his feet and got a glove on what looked to appear to be a solid base hit up the middle. So Bentley singles.
Second hit of the inning for the Wildcats.
Here comes Hunter Mullins to the plate. Left fielder has some power and swings and misses, and they try another steal attempt and strike 2 again. He threw another strike to second base. 2 outs in the inning by Shelby Valley caught stealing, and that's going to take care of the Wildcats here in the first. But they do get a run on 2 hits, and no one left on base. We played 1 inning of play with the score. Shelby Valley we played a half inning of play with the score. Shelby Valley 1, and Pike County Central coming to the plate.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Back at Stonecrest, we played a half inning of Game 3 of the 15th Region Tournament. Shelby Valley had the makings of a good inning, but tell you what, Mouton behind the plate, he throws 2 runners out, caught stealing at second base. Shelby Valley does get a run across, but Pike County Central dodged the bullet.
Don't see that happen in the pros. You don't see it happen in college very, very seldom.
So Hager will lead it off for Pike County Central. And first pitch to Hager is on the outside. This one misses us way outside, so the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Hager hit .422 for the Hawks this year. Had 83 at-bats and 35 base hits. And there's another ball up the middle. That's headed to center field. And Blake Hager starts things off for the Hawks with a single.
Good start for the Hawks. Get their leadoff guy on. And here comes that catcher. Has already had a good game. Wow. Threw out 2 runners in the top of the inning for Pike Central. Want to thank our corporate sponsors, Food City, Community Trust Bank, Appalachian Wireless.
This is Caleb Mouton, M-O-U-T-A-N, Mouton. And he's showing bunt real early in the stretch and pulls it back. takes a ball. So Pike Central with their leadoff man aboard with a base hit. And the catcher, as you mentioned, he's already had a day's work throwing out 2 runners in the top half of the first inning. Showing bunt again and pulls it back for ball 2.
I think Brown wanted that one, yeah. This is the old major leagues. Boy, he's staring down the home plate umpire. He said, what was that? It was on the corner. Umpire Pete Mendes has a little too far outside.
And he gets a strike called there. So the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield is playing pretty well straight away. Center field is playing a little deeper than most. We did get the dimensions of the field. It is 307 feet down the lines and 345 feet to center field. And that come from the man, Mayor Les Stapleton. Curveball. And it's called a strike.
Boy, a slow delivery with the balls and strikes.
I think he makes the call verbally right away, and then the hand gesture comes up a little later.
Chris Pellicudis used to do that in the major leagues.
I'll tell you who my favorite umpire was in a minute. And it didn't matter where you were at in Riverfront Stadium. You'll name him. No matter where you were at in Riverfront Stadium, you could hear him.
Strike 3.
And his name was? Have I got you stumped?
Yeah, you may have.
Well, there, misses just off the corner. Dutch Renner.
Dutch Renner. Remember the name well. Back in our days growing up in baseball, we didn't have a lot of things we knew the umpires' names.
Yes, we did. Runner goes, and ball 4. Pike Central's got something cooking right now. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And we'll go to the number 3 hitter, Caden Crum, the shortstop. Caden had 92 official at-bats this year, had 40 base hits. That's an impressive average of .435. Knocked in 27 runs and scored 25 runs. So he had a nice year.
Pretty good season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 40 hits and 92 at-bats. That'll get it done more times than not.
Make a lot of money if you do that at the major league level, couldn't you?
Shelby Valley girls over the Pike Central Lady Jaguars in the 3rd inning, 7-0. Good start for Coach Greg Napier and his team.
And Pike Central, the makings of a big inning as they tried to hold the runner Hager close at second. And there's a line drive into left field that is down. And everybody's going to move up 1 base. So 2 hits and a walk, and the bases are loaded for the Hawks with their with their cleanup hitter, Isaac Blankenship, coming up. He plays second base, and looking at his stats on the year, a .303 hitter.
Boy, I tell you, well, that ball was tagged to left field by Crum, Eugene. He got, as the old saying in baseball, he hit it right on the nose. And we're going to have a pitching change? Yes.
It looks like it.
Wow.
So Kyle Welch with the early hook.
Sparky Anderson has revived.
With the score, Shelby Valley 1, Pike Central threatening with the bases loaded. Nobody out here at the bottom of the 1st inning. We'll take this break while the new pitcher warms up. And we'll be back, powered by T-Mobile. This is the 15th Region Baseball Tournament on D&D Sports.
Tax season coming up. If you're looking for a car lot with no bumps, no added tags, no gimmicks, no added dealer markups, come to Man Toyota in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. We'll have you leaving our lot saying, man, what a deal.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
Looking for a good printing company? Come to Custom Print and Design in South Williamson, Kentucky. Mike Stafford can take care of all your needs. Whether it's game day gear, election ads, or just business material, they can do it. They can embroider, screen print, digital printing, signs and banners, decals and labels, business forms, vinyl lettering, team apparel, ad specialty, and more. Come see us at Custom Print and Design in South Williamson. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. If you're looking for a pharmacy that's still got a hometown feel, come to Kemper Pharmacy in Kemper, Kentucky. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. You can also get free University of Kentucky basketball schedules today at Kemper Pharmacy. Kemper Pharmacy is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes.
Well, Shelby Valley defensively are in a bind right now. Pike Central has loaded the bases, nobody out here in the first inning, and with the changes that's taken place, here's Ronnie Paul.
Well, Eugene, it's going to take a while on this pitching break. The catcher, Lincoln Taylor, goes from catcher to pitcher. So Shelby Valley brought Brady Bentley in from shortstop. He's got to put on the catching gear. And Sam Brown, who started at pitching, will move to shortstop. So a lot of changes here for Coach Kyle Welch here. Only 3 batters into this game. Blake Hager opened with a base hit. Mouton struck out, a base on ball. And then Caden Crum with a solid base hit to left field. And Pike Central has the bases loaded, no one out. And they were in business, as the old saying goes.
And they have their cleanup hitter coming up, second baseman Isaac Blankenship. And so let's see if
2 hits and a walk, and Sam Brown's out of the game without retiring a runner.
And Taylor has a mammoth job ahead of him right now. He is on the mound, and he has inherited a mess.
Built along the lines of a catcher, I think, more than a pitcher, don't you?
And boy, that is a hit batter. And that hit him in the head. And we are tied up. I tell you what, that was scary.
Yeah. I tell you, that's a tough way to get an RBI. Blake Hager comes in, scores first run of the game for Central. We're tied at 1. Problem for Shelby Valley, no outs.
Peyton Compton, center fielder, coming to the plate.
Infield in, tied at the corners, playing double play level at second and short.
And the first pitch to him is lined hard into center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score. The throw's going to come behind the runner at third, but everybody moves up. It's station-to-station baseball right now, and Pike Central has taken the early lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning.
Those runners, of course, charged to Sam Brown, as is the runner at third base. But Central still with the base. Boy, they're hitting the ball, aren't they? Boy, there's nothing about their base hits that's soft. Those are the base hits they've had have been hit right on the nose.
Third baseman Patrick Mandrell lines one deep left field. That's toward the line. It's caught, and the runner left too quick, and he comes back.
Not good base running that time by Pike Central.
But alert coaching by Will Ward to get him back.
So line drive to left. He kind of got caught in no man's land. But what do they tell you in baseball? If you're on third base and less than 2 outs, you go back to the bag.
Yeah.
But that was a hard out by I'm telling you what.
Well, Mullins has a pretty good arm out there in left field. Will Ward may not have wanted to challenge it either. But they are tagging the baseball. There's one that misses upstairs, ball 1. 2-1, Pike Central with the lead. We're in the bottom of the first inning. And there's a swing and a foul tip into the mitt.
Eugene, when in basketball, I'm not picking on Pike Central, I'm picking on anybody. When will the Kentucky High School Athletic Association do something about dark numbers on dark? I mean, you might as well really, in reality, I don't know if you even need numbers, I'm telling you.
It is a rule now. I think it starts with the 2024 season so that everybody has a chance to change their uniforms. If you have dark numbers, you've got to have a definitive white border around the numbers. They did change that.
Wow.
So you are correct in that. Not only, it is a problem, just in case.
Yeah.
We got binoculars. There's a swing and a miss as Hunter Atkins, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Pike Central leads it 2-1. And I'll tell you, if Taylor gets them out of here only giving up 2 runs, I think that's a pretty good job.
Absolutely.
And that's
not going to do it.
That gets away from the catcher and the run scores.
Wild pitch.
Caden Crum alertly from third base immediately breaks to the plate, scores easily on a wild pitch, and the runners all move up a base. So Blankenship is at third, Compton is at second. So about when you start talking about something that could come positive for the Wildcats with the bases loaded and none out, they kind of hurt themselves, don't they? And there's a pitch taken for a ball.
He's got what we call a live arm. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, he throws the ball hard. He's a hard thrower, Taylor.
Compact delivery. That one's in the dirt. Here comes the runner. Play at the plate. No. And here comes the second runner from second base to the plate. Head first slide, and Pike Central scores 2 runs on a wild pitch. They have come to play. Alert base running. Isaac Blankenship broke when the ball hit the dirt. And then Peyton Compton saw the ball bounce away on the throw to the plate. And he comes to the plate without a play. And it is 5-1 Pike County Central.
Let me ask you this. Mouton threw out 2 runners at the top of the inning. We don't see that too often. When do you see 3 runs scoring a wild pitches in 1 inning?
Today?
Yeah. 3 runs have scored on wild pitches, 2 on the same wild pitch. There was an error, of course, on the throw from the catcher Bentley to the pitcher Taylor. They would give Bentley an error on that play.
But boy, wasn't that alert base running by Peyton Compton? And the pitch, ground ball to second. And that should do the business of putting Pike Central out of the inning, but not before they get 5 runs. And they do so on 3 hits. And they leave a runner stranded. No, they don't leave a runner stranded. But after 1 inning of play, Pike County Central 5, Shelby Valley 1, powered by T-Mobile. This is the 15th Region Baseball Tournament on D&D Sports.
Looking for a good printing company? Come to Custom Print and Design in South Williamson, Kentucky. Mike Stafford can take care of all your needs. Whether it's game day gear, election ads, or just business material, they can do it. They can embroider, screen print, digital printing, signs and banners, decals and labels, business forms, vinyl lettering, team apparel, ad specialty, and more. Come see us at Custom Print and Design in South Williamson. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. Tax season coming up. If you're looking for a car lot with no bumps, no added tags, no gimmicks, no added dealer markups, come to Man Toyota in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. We'll have you leaving our lot saying, man, what a deal.
After one inning, Pike County Central, they put a 5 spot on the board. They lead Shelby Valley 5-1. For Shelby Valley, left fielder Hunter Mullins, right fielder Bryce Bentley, and Caden Justice, the designated hitter, are the 3 scheduled hitters. If we go more than that, Lincoln Taylor will be number 4 here in the inning.
Eugene, who would think that base running would be that big a factor in one inning of play? Valley, 2 runners thrown out trying to steal, and great alert base running by Pike Central. They score 3 runs on 2 wild pitches.
And Mullins takes the first pitch for a strike. Pete Runyon behind the plate. Man, he has been doing this for a long time and very, very good at it. Count now 1-1. That ball hits Hunter Mullins, and he's going to first base. Is there an argument there that he didn't try to get out of the way?
Nah, not for mine. Not on a breaking ball like that. He could have thought,
you can't run from a curve, can you?
You can't run from, you just don't know what's going to break or not. So.
But that's, if you're going to take one for the team, that's the one to take.
That's it.
That fastball that hit that guy in the small of the back a while ago, that still hurts. So a hit batsman brings Bryce Bentley to the plate. The left-hander swings and misses on the first offering.
2 teams are in the semifinals. It'll be Paintsville taking on Pikeville. We'll see Isaac Duty against Connor Fugit tomorrow night. We shouldn't be here long for that game.
Listen, that's a game that's worth the price of admission.
Isn't it? I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to that one.
Next, number 21, Hunter.
And there's time called prior to the pitch. That's a ball.
Well,
you got to come to a stop with your set motion. And
boy, Pete Runyon called that immediately, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That came from the home plate umpire.
That goes as a ball on the batter. Now the catcher, I think the pitcher was not aware of what he did, and that's some good umpiring. I think he told the catcher, go tell him what he did.
I think you're exactly right. I think he said, go out there and tell him he better make sure I've let him go a couple of times, which I think he has. And I think he's told him now, said, you better make sure you come to a halt. You've got to come to a stop and to wind up like that from the stretch.
And I guess sometimes if you lose track of what's going on, sometimes you may forget but you're checking the runner. At that time, it's definite pause, and there's a line drive over the head of the second baseman. But having to hold at second was Hunter Mullins to make sure the ball got over the head of the infielder. He's only able to move up to third base, and Bentley is on at first base with a single. So Shelby Valley has runners at the corners with nobody out, trailing 5-1 here in the top of the second inning.
And the 8th grader, Caden Justice, comes up. I had the opportunity to coach Caden in middle school basketball, only an 8th grader.
Is that why he's playing baseball?
That's why he's playing. He had a great year on the basketball floor in middle school.
I got Thomas laughing at that. That's not Wee Man, is it?
Yes, it is.
And he puts down a bunt, and it's going to be a foul. Yeah, I remember him. He had the nickname Wee Man.
That's him.
Left-handed?
Yep.
Bats left, shoots left. Got a bright future as an athlete at the high school level, I'll tell you that. Does he play the pigskin too?
I am not sure about that.
Down a strike. Gets a rip at one and misses it. Strike 2. On deck is Lincoln Taylor. And Kobe Fields is in the hole. The pitch. And it's strike three swinging.
Big out.
So that's the first out of the inning, and Lincoln Taylor comes plateward. Started the game at catcher, moved behind from behind the plate to the mound. Trying to help himself out a little bit right now.
You know, a long way to go in this game, just a top of the second inning, but behooves Shelby Valley, I think, to try, you know, to get these runners on base in, kind of get back in this game. 5-3, big difference naturally between trailing 5-1 after 2 or 5-3. Not to mention the momentum.
Well, Taylor's going. There could be a double play ball. 6-3, and on to first in time for the double play, and Pike Central will end that inning on a great 6-4-3 double play, and you can see it right here on our D&D Sports instant replay. 3, and on to first, in time for the double play. And so, after an inning and a half, the score, Pike County Central 5, Shelby Valley 1, powered by T-Mobile. This is D&D Sports.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Well, that hurt. First and third, no outs.
Here we go. The bottom of the second. Lincoln Taylor back on the mound for the Wildcats. Pike Central sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning, and they'll lead things off with the designated hitter, Luke Thornsberry.
Now batting number 10, Riley Fleming.
And checking my notes here, Ronnie, looking at Pike Central. They lost to Shelby Valley 12-2 back in March, and I think that was the only meeting that they had with the Wildcats.
I was thinking they had one later. They had one later on in the year.
It is not. It is not on.
Oh, okay, maybe they did.
Not on
that was
my
the only
notes.
meeting.
Now, I'm not saying, definitely my things are all unofficial. But Thornsberry takes first pitch outside. So the 1-0. And that's 2-0.
Batting now number 1, Kayla Looney.
Taylor with the pitch. And I am looking. Do we have a different hitter than Thornsberry at the plate?
It's number 2.
There's a strike.
I think that's Riley. Excuse me.
Number 2. And that's out of play. That is going to be Newsom. WB Newsom is what is on. They have designated hitter, and Luke Thornsberry is playing in right field, and Newsom is pinch hitting for him. I'm not pinch hitting, but designated hitter for him. And the pitch, and that's ball 4. So I'll have to correct that in my scores book. They have WB Newsom. And that's going to be a base on balls, and Pike Central get things going again.
Hager had a base hit his first time, of course, scored a run.
Newsom's first name on the official roster is Warren. On the lineup card they turned in, it had WB Newsom. And now we go to the top of the lineup with Blake Hager. Grounds it towards third. Can they turn it? Round the horn. 5-4 and safe at first. That's a hard double play to turn, but they gave it a good effort.
Yes, they did.
So scored Newsom out 5-4 for out number 1, and a fielder's choice for Hager, and he's on at first base.
Well, we've seen Pike Central with 2 stellar innings of defense. Catcher throws out 2 runners in the first inning, and then they, with runners on first and third, they turn the 6-4-3 double play.
And our catcher for Pike Central is at the plate, Caleb Mouton. He walked and scored in the first inning. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 5-1 Pike County Central, leading Shelby Valley. They put that 5 spot on the board in the first inning by being very aggressive on the bases. So the count now 2 balls and no strikes. And that one misses high. So a pitch away from a 4-pitch walk.
You know, I think pitchers are affected by it, no question about it. Taylor, usually a starter, you know, but then he didn't get his normal warm-ups, and he struggled since he came in, finding the strike zone. He came in and replaced Brown after only 3 batters, and he walks Mouton. So Pike Central back in business, 1 out. Runners on first and second, and the 3 and 4 hitters up.
I don't think Mouton has seen a strike. Got 2 walks. Now coming to the plate is going to be Caden Crum, the shortstop.
Boy, he lined a base hit to left field. Hit it right on the nose.
He scored and went from first to third on a hit and then scored on a wild pitch. And Pike Central's got it going again. And he takes that one a little bit upstairs. And, I think you're right. Starting pitchers, I think you got a mentality about starting pitchers. And I'll say this, and see if you agree with me or not. Most of the time, if you're a starting pitcher, you know what day you're going to work. And you've got, like yesterday, you're going today, and so you're preparing for it mentally. And then a lot of starting pitchers have a, half-hour routine where they start slow, and then they work up, they have soft tossed, and then they throw for distance as he misses again, 2-0 to count. And I think you're right. I think it's just it's a frame of mind of coming from behind the plate to the mound.
And the manager, Coach Welch, is back out on the mound. He's talking to Taylor. I think he's trying to get him in some kind of rhythm, settle him down a little bit. Pike Central on top, 5-1. They have runners on first and second, only 1 out. The batter is ahead in the count 2-0. So, as the old saying goes, Valley's in a heap of trouble right now.
You got your third hitter, and traditionally that's the best hitter in your lineup, Caden Crum, playing shortstop, followed by cleanup Isaac Blankenship, and then Peyton Compton. And those guys have been on base and scored runs themselves. So Will Ward trying to get things turned around at Pike Central. Got a district championship in his first year. And right now, it's early, but they're looking pretty impressive. Shelby Valley in at the corners, playing back double play depth. And the pitch, wrapped toward the hole in left field. Great stop and throw, not in time.
Tell you what, Brown made an unbelievable play in the hole. Almost got to force at second. I think he might have had him if the throw hadn't been low. Second baseman's not able to come up with it, but it'll be scored a base hit, and the bases are loaded. And now Crum is 2 for 2 in this game. And the bases are loaded, and boy, I'm telling you, if you need a double play, you sure need it now if you're a Valley fan.
Trailing 5-1. What do you think, Ronnie? They're electing to play back. I'd have everybody in for a home to first double play.
Blankenship up. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Need a strikeout here, or you wouldn't mind one kind of hit hard right back at you if you're the pitcher, where you could go to 1, 2, 3 double play.
And it's important that the runners not break too far off the base on a line drive and get doubled off. The 0-1. Nice stop.
Boy, you got to be careful. Pike Central scored 3 runs in the first inning on wild pitches, and that was close to being another. One thing about it here, if the ball gets by the catcher, you're going to score. It's on that turf. It's going to roll. It's going to roll to the backstop.
And while you were, and we've got a strike called because I think the batter was over the, he was out of the batter's box. The ball either hit him or the bat, but the ball was in the strike zone. So it's called a strike.
Interesting.
And now
I think Will Ward's going to say.
First base coach is coming down to talk to him. That's exactly what happened.
Don't see that call too often.
You cannot lean in over the plate and get hit by a pitch.
They're still talking about it. The batter's wanting to know. Counts 1 and 2.
Well, you cannot do what you normally would do in baseball right now. And we'll go back and talk about some of the. Here's a ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Short to first, and they do double it off. And so Shelby Valley gets out of it with a 6 unassisted put out at second base and the throw on to first for the out. And that gets them out of a jam. And it's still 5-1 Pike County Central as we go to the third. Here's a ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. Short to first, and they do double it off. And so Shelby Valley.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Shelby Valley in the top of the third inning will have first baseman Colby Fields to lead it off. Then they'll go to the top of the lineup to Riley Newsom, followed by Sam Brown. The scheduled 3 hitters here in the third inning for the Wildcats. We've seen a lot of unusual stuff in this game. We've seen two runners thrown out stealing in the first inning. We've had 2 double plays. We saw a runner score all the way from second base on a wild pitch. So a lot of unusual things going on here baseball-wise, and I'm impressed with the baseball IQ of these guys. These high school guys, Ronnie, they are demonstrating a great knowledge of the game, both base running and fielding.
Oh, they are. I agree with you. I'm telling you, we've seen some outstanding defensive plays in the first 2 innings by both ball clubs.
One thing I was going to mention before that quick double play there was one of the first things you did when you led off a ball game was wipe out that inside chalk line at home plate so you wouldn't get one of those calls. You remember that?
Oh, absolutely.
That was the job of the leadoff hitter, was to wipe out the inside line, but you can't do that on the artificial turf. Here's Fields to lead it off, sends it towards short. Crum Fields throws, long throw, in time. Well, he's a smooth operator there at shortstop. So Fields grounds out 6-3 for the first out, and we'll go to the top of the lineup with Riley Newsom as he reached on an error, actually struck out, and beat the throw to first base after the catcher did not handle the third strike, and then he came around to score the only run Shelby Valley has.
You know, my old baseball coaches always told me, get that first out. And I forgot what the average was in baseball, but when the leadoff runner gets on base, and I'm not sure, but it was a high percentage. They score at such a high percentage when the first runner gets on base.
It's a lot more if they don't get on base.
Yeah.
Did you get that? That's headed toward third, but foul.
Riley Newsom, center fielder for Coach Welch. Two games in the book. Paintsfield and Pikeville, they've won their games, both of them on shutouts. Shelby Valley's about to put the Lady Jaguars away. Floyd County Central, they were up like 14-0 in that one, top of the fifth.
There's a curveball, just missing on the outside.
Both teams have turned double plays. That's got them out of a big jam. Shelby Valley had runners at first and third. Central turns a double play. Central has the bases loaded, and Shelby Valley turns a double play.
And as you speak about the softball, it is now over. Shelby Valley wins and moves on in girls softball.
14-0. Impressive win for Valley.
Our next baseball game will feature Johnson Central. And there's one grounded. That's fair at third. Long throw and a nice stretch at first base for the out. And that's out number 2. And that's just a real strong arm from third base by Blake Hager. Not Blake Hager, but Patrick Mandrell.
Valley.
Our next baseball game will feature Johnson Central. And there's one grounded. That's fair at third. Long throw and a nice.
A strong arm. Got him by half a step.
Well, you saw that on our D&D Sports Instant Replay.
Sam Brown up. Got a base hit.
I tell you what, there's when you talk about knowing this equipment for streaming and stuff, Thomas Rainey, he's the best. Got that instant replay. We got 4 cameras set up for you today.
That is what you call a professional production job.
Absolutely.
Sam Brown lined a base hit into right center field. Was caught stealing.
And he is down 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, Pike Central is one of those teams, you know, you get started, and if you start playing your best baseball at tournament time, you can be a hard out. As there's another off the end of the bat that's going to be fielded by the third baseman. And that's going to be out number 3 as Sam Brown will hit one with the, what we call that, off the cue stick. And Mandrell with the catch for out number 3. And so we played 2.5 here in game 3 of the 15th region tournament. Pike Central leading Shelby Valley 5-1, powered by T-Mobile. This is D&D Sports.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
Bottom of the third inning, Pike Central put 5 on the board in the bottom of the first inning. Shelby Valley put 1. Since that time, we've been scoreless. Pike Central will send to the plate Peyton Compton, the center fielder. He'll be leading things off here in the third inning. He'll be followed by Patrick Mandrell and Cameron Shearer.
Well, you think back to those wild pitches, how big. It looked like Taylor was going to get out of the inning with a 2-1 deficit. Throws the wild pitch, runner scores, makes it 3-1, and he throws a wild pitch, and you couple it with the error, and 2 more runs score.
And he starts Compton off with a strike.
Compton a base hit and a run scored, his first time up.
There's a line drive, snap by the third baseman. What a play for Shelby Valley.
Jackson Dameron.
He left his feet and picked that one off. It was headed into left field.
We'll send some leather out in that field, I'm telling you.
They're throwing it around, that's for sure. So a line drive to third base for out number 1 brings Patrick Mandrell up. He hit a line drive and hit it hard to left fielder Hunter Mullins. Actually hit it so hard that the runner at third couldn't tag. Plus, I think Will Ward knows the throwing arm of 100 Mullins out in left field. There's another one headed that way, but it's going to be well out of play. It's hard to hit one out of play here, Ronnie.
Yeah, I agree. Takes a pretty good poke, probably more than I could have done. Fouling it at third or first to get it out of the.
What would you guess? 45 feet of foul territory? It's 50 feet from home plate to the backstop. There's a curveball. Hangs high. Well, they've got 3 of the softball games over with. There's one that's got straight up, and it's going to settle back behind the backstop for strike 2.
It'll be what, Johnson Central and Floyd County Central in the last game of the night?
It is. Two-two the count on Mandrell. And time granted. Taylor took a little bit too long to get into his delivery. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the off-speed breaking ball.
Only the second strikeout by the Valley pitching staff thus far.
And so that's going to bring the pitcher, Cameron Shearer, to the plate. He was the first strikeout victim. Went down swinging and then grounds this one hard to third. And the long throw is high, but able to make the stretch as Fields to bring it down. And for the first time, Pike County Central goes 1-2-3 in the inning. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. And we've played 3 complete innings in this first round game, the third game of the day here at the 15th Region Tournament. Pike Central ahead 5-1 over Shelby Valley. Back after this on D&D Sports.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Moore is here for you. Jim Mar is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks! Let the folks at Double Quick help you start your 2022 off right. They've brought back the Bourbon Pecan Coffee for a limited time only. You can also quench your thirst with the great deals on fountain drinks they offer daily. Double Quick is your one-stop shop for everything. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can stop by one of their many storefront locations spread throughout eastern Kentucky. Stop by and let Double Quick make your day better.
(5-1) Pike Central leading Shelby Valley as we go to the top of the fourth inning, and here to bring you the middle innings, the one and the only Ronnie Paul Newsom.
Thank you very much, Eugene. We're going to see the middle of the order: Jackson Dameron, Brady Bentley, and Hunter Mullins for Shelby Valley. Wildcats find themselves on the short end of a 5-1 score, top of the fourth inning. First pitch. Outside. Ball one. Dameron, the first time got up, he got an RBI on a fielder's choice. Inside, count goes to 2-0. Grounded out from second to first, but he did get credit for an RBI as a run scored on the play. Count goes to 3-0 now. That's a strike. Count 3-1 now. Cameron Shearer, the pitcher. Been pretty impressive thus far. And he gets a breaking ball to go over, and Dameron swings and misses. Count is full now. Leadoff batter here, top of the fourth inning. And it's outside. And Dameron draws a leadoff base on balls. Trots down to first base.
Now back for the Wildcats, number 5, Brady Bentley.
Brady Bentley started at shortstop. He's behind the plate now. He had a base hit in the first inning. He's also caught stealing, one of two runners caught stealing by the catcher in the first inning. Mouton, the catcher, doing a great job behind the plate for Pike Central. That was a breaking pitch. Doesn't catch any part of the plate. 1-0. Winner of this game gets the win of the game immediately following this one. Johnson Central and Floyd Central. Low. Well, they call this one a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Outfield straight away for Bentley. Bentley, a junior. He lines one to left field, and it's going to be a foul ball. Boy, that was tight. It was over. Would have been over the left fielder's head, but it is a foul ball. Bentley got all of that one. On the line, just barely foul. One-two count on Bentley. He's in the hole. Top of the fourth, Valley, one man on, nobody out. Pitch low and outside. Count evens at 2. On deck hitter is Hunter Mullins for Valley. Pitch is popped up out of play. in the bleachers on the first base side. Bentley hanging in there. No one out here in the inning for Shelby Valley. Lady Valley Wildcats advancing in girls softball with a 14-0 win over the Lady Jaguars of Floyd County Central. Floyd Central and Johnson Central made their way in. The boys' teams are warming up off to the right of us. And there's a little soft liner in the right center field. I think it's going to be called. And it's dropped by the right fielder. And runner's safe, first or second. That's going to be a base hit for Bentley. That would have been a great catch by the right fielder for Pike Central. I'll tell you, that was a great effort by Newsom. Actually, it's Luke Thornsberry, and made a diving attempt at it, and they had it in his glove, not able to hold on to it. Valley's in business. They have a threat. They have runners at first and second, no one out. And up to bat comes Hunter Mullins. Mullins hit by a pitch his first time up. Brady Bentley now 2 for 2, and there's a great backhanded stop by the catcher, Mouton. Boy, that was a wild pitch, had wild pitch written all over it, but what a stop by Mouton. He is a magician behind that plate for Central. 2 on, nobody out, top of the 4th. Pike Central leading 5-1. There's another ball outside, and Hunter Mullins ahead in the count, 2-0. Ronnie Newsom, Eugene Newsom, Lathan Hall, and our producer Thomas Rainey all on hand here for today's first round action. That was a chopper hit back at the plate, and it's going to roll foul. 2-1 on Mullins. Fourth softball game of the night will start here momentarily on an adjacent field. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up into short center field. Center fielder's drawing a beat on it. He catches it. No one's able to tag, so a first big out for Pike Central. Center fielder Peyton Compton with the catch. So 1 out, still 2 runners on. Shelby Valley won the only regular season meeting between these two clubs. Valley defeated Pike Central 12-2 back in March. Now here comes Bentley, and he's going to pop it up. Shortstop. Shortstop drops it, but he's going to have an easy force play at third base. And they get to force at third. Shortstop going backpedaling, and now they're going to call an infield fly. It doesn't matter. It'll be irrelevant. The end result will be the same. It'll be runners at first and second, and still 2 outs.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? If you are driving a flat pedal,
Now,
SRS.
Caden Justice, the 8th grader, up. He struck out his first time. And a chance right now for sure to get out of the inning without any damage. Valley got their first 2 runners on, but a fly to center and a pop to short. And there's 2 outs and Justice up.
We also have a Lexus LS 570 Kentucky license
First
plate
pitch is
AMP
a
312.
call strike.
Lexus LS 570 Cadillac SRX Royal Blue Mitsubishi.
5-1. Central leads. Game's kind of settled down now. All the runs were in the first inning. We're in the top of the fourth now. Caden Justice, left-handed batter, wears number 16. Pitch is way outside. Tell you, Mouton is a magician behind that play. He's made some great stops, and the ball's in the dirt, besides throwing out 2 runners.
I mean, he threw those guys out, and that ball didn't get, with the pitcher standing on the mound, it would have been shoulder high to the pitcher. It was like a laser down there on both of them.
Valley had a big threat, had runners on first and second, nobody out, but still stranded there with 2 outs. And there was a ground ball off the end of the bat to second base. And I'll tell you what hustle by Justice. And he beats it out, and the runner comes home. There's a throw to the plate, and he's going to be safe. Bentley, great base running, scores all the way from second. Eugene Watt, about the 8th grader, with a slow grounder to second base. Central not in any big hurry, but Justice legs it out, and Shelby Valley gets a run out of it. That's what hustle does for you.
That was determination to beat that out. That's like, I'm not going to be the third out of this inning. So Shelby Valley will still have runners at first and second, but they do play to run here in the 4th inning.
And coming up to bat will be the pitcher, Lincoln Taylor. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time with the bases loaded. 5-2 now. No RBI credited on the play. 5-2. Runners at first and second for Valley. Great hustle by Justice to leg out the infield hit, and then great base running by Bentley to score from second base. Beautiful pitch on that one. Strike by Cameron Shearer.
We've only seen one ball hit over the outfielder's head today that I can remember, and we're in our 3rd game. We've seen some line drives and some hard hit grounders, but nothing that's been way back and on the track and things like that. The ball has not carried that great here today.
Wilkerson had the big 2-hit for Pikeville over the right fielder's head. It plated 2 runs. I remember that one. That might be the only one we've seen.
That's the one I was talking about. There was a good pickoff attempt by Shearer.
Counts 0-1, 2 out. Lincoln Taylor the batter. Valley's already put 1 run on the board here in the 4th inning. They trail 5-2. Tying runs at the plate. Fouled right straight at us.
Looked like he dropped down a little bit 3/4 that time. Almost a sidearm pitch.
Taylor's in the hole at the plate 0-2. Got to protect the plate now.
Well, look at the hole between second and first.
Gigantic, isn't it? Boy, if I was a coach, I'd hate to see that big of a gap between my first baseman and second. Sometimes you want to shade one way or the other, but I don't know about that much. Pitch is high.
Well, I guess maybe the mindset is that they've done their scouting work that Taylor's not going to hit anything to the right side. That he might be dead red on pulling the ball.
They play him to pull in the outfield. Left field was really close to the line. Valley with 2 good runners on with good speed.
That one's up the middle.
I don't think they're going to get to force. No, it's booted. That's going to be a E6, I think. Would you not, Eugene, score that an error?
I think so.
Have to. Valley stays alive. Bases are loaded. Mullins is on third. Bentley's, Caden Justice is second. Lincoln Taylor's at first. Bases loaded, 2 out, and the batter is going to be Kobe Fields, the first baseman. He grounded out to short his first time up. Pitch outside.
You know, a walk is as good a hit.
In this situation, it's very important for Fields to get ahead on the count.
Get a run and get to the top of the lineup.
There's a ground to the third. It's going to be easy play for the third baseman. He just steps on the back. That's going to end the top of the fourth for Shelby Valley. But they do get 1 run on 2 hits. And at the end of 3.5 hits, Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2.
Who scored the run?
Found yourself in a jam, or do you want to make some extra cash from your unwanted items? Call Platinum Plus Recycling and Towing in Dorton, Kentucky. Platinum Plus is giving top dollar for scrap metal, aluminum, catalytic converters, and more. Owned and operated by Tim and Ashton Bowden. Give them a call at 859-314-7556. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. Looking for a good printing company? Come to Custom Print and Design in South Williamson, Kentucky. Mike Stafford can take care of all your needs. Whether it's game day gear, election ads, or just business material, they can do it. They can embroider, screen print, digital printing, signs and banners, decals and labels, business forms, vinyl lettering, team apparel, ad specialty, and more. Come see us at Custom Print and Design in South Williamson.
Back at Stonecrest Sportsplex on D&D Sports. We've got the pleasure of bringing you the 15th Region Baseball Tournament. We've got all 4 games today. 2 are in the books. Pikeville and Paintsville have advanced. Pike Central leading Shelby Valley 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. We've got Johnson Central and Floyd Central coming up in just a minute. And right now we go to Hunter Atkins lead things off for Pike County Central.
Hunter Atkins at the plate, starts the bottom of the 4th for Pike County Central, takes a pitch high and inside for ball 1. Mullins. Lines one up the center, that's going to be a base hit. And Pike Central in business as they have their leadoff runner on. Hunter Atkins with the hit.
Warren Newsom coming to the plate.
Had a base on ball his first time up.
Actually, I'm like you. I can't see the number.
Left-handed batter. And Squires to bunt. They throw behind the runner. Boy, I'm telling you, they got what a throw by Brady Bentley to Kobe Fields to execution at its best. Beautiful throw, and they pick him off at first, and there's no argument from Pike Central. And I think that the first base coach is thinking, hey, that was a beautiful pitch. Get him to second base. I mean, I think that was going to be a true sacrifice. And the runner from first, got a big jump, but they throw behind him and they get to out. Boy, I'll tell you, we've seen some great defensive plays in this baseball game.
Well, first base coach still talking to the first base umpire. I don't know what he'd be talking about. From our vantage point, it was clearly a pickoff, and there's a strikeout for the second out.
Hager will get up to the plate, making his 3rd appearance in this game. He's got a base hit, a run scored, and he grounded into a fielder's choice his last time. 1 for 2 on the evening. 5-2. Central on top by 3. All the runs coming in the first inning. And in case you're just joining us, 3 of the runs scored on wild pitches.
2 wild pitches.
Yeah.
3 runs on 2 wild pitches. Very seldom do you see a runner score from second base, but it was a throwing error attempt on the first runner, and the ball rose slowly up the third base line. Caden Crum came in and scored the first run on that.
Taylor now getting in a little groove now. That's what you always say this time of the year. One of these teams will move on. One was playing their last game, skied high to center field. Shelby Valley makes the out, put out, and we've come to the end. 4 innings of play with the score. Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2. You're listening to 15th Region Baseball on the D&D Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast, it's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
If you're looking for a pharmacy that's still got a hometown feel, come to Kemper Pharmacy in Kemper, Kentucky. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. You can also get free University of Kentucky basketball schedules today at Kemper Pharmacy. Kemper Pharmacy is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes.
Back at Stonecrest Sports Complex, the city of Prestonsburg, and they have put their best foot forward today, Ronnie. They got Chamber of Commerce weather and great baseball, huge crowds, and no incidents. Everything seems to be running just as smooth as silk.
Shelby Valley 2 runs on 5 hits. They've committed 1 error. Pike Central 5 runs, 5 hits. They've committed 1 error. We're in this game moving right along. We're in the top of the 5th, top of the order for Shelby Valley. Riley Newsom struck out, and he reached when on a missed third strike. He eventually come around to score. Grounded out third to first his last time. He'll be followed by Sam Brown and Jackson Dameron. First pitch outside.
Well, the first pitch tomorrow is going to be an early one, 5 o'clock, first game. And that will be the winner of this game and the winner of Johnson Central and Floyd Central. Paintsville and Pikeville will be the 8 o'clock start tomorrow night. So 5 o'clock start.
Whoa. Wicked breaking pitch. Newsom finds himself in the hole 0-2. Boy, Shear's thrown a good game through the 5 innings, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Mouton tries to frame the pitch on the outside. Umpire Pete Runyon says, nope.
You're not going to get the veteran on that.
1-2 the count. Newsom, the leadoff hitter for Shelby Valley. Way outside on this one.
I was checking the 10th region. No scores are in as they're playing today. They've had 2 games. Actually, they're on. I thought they were playing all 4 of them today, but they're not. They're playing 2 today, 2 tomorrow. And then they play 2 on Wednesday and 2, and the championship game will be on Thursday. And I say that because the winner of this tournament will play the winner of the 10th region. The 10th region being played at Harrison County High School. And Campbell County, the defending champion, they play tomorrow at 8 o'clock against Nicholas County. But I think, by all accounts, most people are thinking Montgomery County might be the team to beat in the 10th region this year.
Counts evens at 2-2 for Newsom.
Montgomery County is 27-6 on the season. Mason County 22-7. They are the 2 favorites. That's trouble.
Byfield's got a beat on it. He does. That's going to be Thornsbury, and he makes it look easy. And there's one down for Valley.
That ball carried a little farther than I thought it was going to.
Coming up now will be Sam Brown. He's got a base hit, and he popped out to third his last time. 1 for 2 on the evening. Brown, left-handed batter, wears number 9. Outfield playing him pretty much straight away. First pitch is low in the dirt. 5-2. Pike Central on top. All their runs came in the bottom of the first inning. 3 of them off Sam Brown and 2 off Lincoln Ratliff. This pitch outside, 2-0. We're in game 3 of 4 games here. 3 ladies softball games already went by. That's 3-0 on Brown. Valley looking for base runners. They've got 2 more at bats after this. Sure with the pitch, and it's going to be a strike. 3-1. Pitch low in the dirt. Brown draws the walk. He trots down to first base. And Valley has a runner on base. Jackson Dameron coming up to bat. He's grounded out and drew a walk. He has 1 RBI in the game. Dameron hitting in the 3 slot for Coach Kyle Welch.
Wildcats, number 11, Jackson Dameron.
First pitch high and outside. Moutons threw out 2 Shelby Valley runners in this game. Valley, Brady Bentley's picked a runner off, a Pike Central runner off first base, so these catchers having a pretty good game. This ball's low and outside. Runner doesn't try to advance. Trailing 3 runs. You got to go base to base right now.
We need the lineups for Pike County Central and Johnson Central brought to the scorer's booth upstairs.
Boy, what a softball game that should be, I'm telling you. Pitches. Call strike. Makes it 2-1.
A few groans on that one. Thought it might have been a little high.
Ground ball foul down the third baseline. Evens the count at 2 and 2. Johnson Central winners in girls softball, the 57th district. Pike Central runner up to Belfry in the 60th district.
Could be a pitching duel in that one.
Very well could be. If I had to slot that game, I would slot it. Pike Central's pitching against the bats of Johnson Central. I got an opportunity last week to watch them play in the 57th district, Johnson Central. They got some girls that can swing that bat. Ball high inside, and Jackson Dameron draws a base on ball. Back-to-back base balls issued by Shearer, and Will Ward's going to come out and talk to his pitcher. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Brady Bentley's come up, and he's 2 for 2. Might be coming out and saying, hey, be careful with this, man.
I think this is a good move by Will Ward to just break up the momentum, maybe get your pitcher to get his mind reset and get into that mind frame where he was in the second, third innings where, he was just unhittable.
He's going to leave Shearer on the hill. Of course, Shearer's done a good job up to this point. Held Shelby Valley to 2 runs. Coach Welch takes an opportunity, comes down and talks to his hitter, Brady Bentley. Bentley is 2 for 2. He scored a run. Scored the last run for Shelby Valley in the 4th inning.
Now he ended that first inning by being caught stealing. A base hit right now with 1 out, depending on how hard it is, would score a run. I think it's going well because the outfield, they're giving him pretty good respect by playing him fairly deep. And there's a shot.
Right at the center field, though. Boy, it was hit hard. Runner on second's going to tag. He's going to make it to third easily. Boy, Bentley hit that on the nose. He's looking up in the air, staring up in the air, and he said, oh, my goodness.
What was it? Yogi Berra called him an atom ball. Hit him right at him. And Pike Central's challenging whether or not the runner left too quick. And that appeal has been denied. So runners at the corners with 2 out.
Peyton Compton, the center fielder, shows the good arm. Didn't have much of a chance to get the base runner, though. Runners at the corner for Valley.
Big at bat for Hunter Mullins, isn't it?
Mullins is 0 for 1 officially, hit by a pitch, and he flew out to center field to the center fielder Compton last time up.
Well, that one by Bentley was tagged, but it was straight at him. And we were talking about the respect they were giving him, and there was a reason why.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he was shooting. He was shooting for Dewey Lake on that one.
0-1 count now. Next pitch is high and inside. Count evens at 1. Boy, Mouton, there's not anything gotten by him, has it? And you're sitting there thinking wild pitch. But, boy, I'm telling you, he's made one terrific backhanded stop.
Vacuum cleaner.
High and outside. Count goes to 2-1.
That's a borderliner.
Infield playing deep at second and short. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. Valley with 2 runners on, 2 outs. 2-2 count. Shearer with the pitch outside. Count goes to 4. Both base runners on for Shelby Valley got there via a walk.
Runner on first will be off and running with the pitch. With 2 out.
Runner on first is going to go, but it's a moot point. Of course, it was a full count. Bases are loaded, and they've all gotten there by walks.
This is their chance. And coming to the plate will be Bryce Bentley. He is 2 for 2 in the ball game.
3 base on balls issued by Shearer here in this inning. There's a ground ball to second, easy play to first, and Central gets out of the inning with no harm done after Shearer issues 3 walks. We've played 4.5. Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2.
If you're looking for a pharmacy that's still got a hometown feel, come to Kemper Pharmacy in Kemper, Kentucky. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. You can also get free University of Kentucky basketball schedules today at Kemper Pharmacy. Kemper Pharmacy is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes. Tax season coming up. If you're looking for a car lot with no bumps, no added tags, no gimmicks, no added dealer markups, come to Man Toyota in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. We'll have you leaving our lot saying, man, what a deal.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Looking for a good printing company? Come to Custom Print and Design in South Williamson, Kentucky. Mike Stafford can take care of all your needs. Whether it's game day gear, election ads, or just business material, they can do it. They can embroider, screen print, digital printing, signs and banners, decals and labels, business forms, vinyl lettering, team apparel, ad specialty, and more. Come see us at Custom Print and Design in South Williamson.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stonecrest Athletic Complex. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Third game of the day here in Boys 15th Region action. Paintsville advanced with a 6-0 win over Lawrence County. Pikeville advanced with a 10-0 win over Belfry. And here in this game, Pike Central, thanks to a 5-run first inning, they lead 5-2 over Shelby Valley. And it's going to be Pike Central coming to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is inside. No, it's called it the inside corner for a strike. Caleb Mouton, the catcher, is reached twice on base on balls. Second pitch is in the dirt. We'll see Mouton, Crum, and Blankenship here in the 5th inning for Pike Central. The difference in this game is Central scored their last 3 runs on wild pitches, and it's the difference in the game, 5-2. Mouton backs out of the batter's box. Count even at 1. Shelby Valley with single runs in the first inning and the 5th inning. There was a ball sliced off over the first base dugout. Fly ball to center field. And Newsom draws a beat on it. And he makes the catch. 1 out for Pike Central. Joining us here at the table once again, Les Stapleton, Mayor of Prestonsburg. And Mayor, I don't think this day's not disappointed at all, has it? It's just not been smooth as all get out, as the saying goes.
Knock on wood, it has been. But, it's been some great competition watching some of these games. Watching the games as they go. Been a lot of long balls hit over here today.
Yes,
a lot of long balls, and I like that. I like to see the competition.
Caden Crum up shortstop. He's 2 for 2, and he's got 2 base hits. He scored a run. I'll say one thing from a broadcaster's perspective. I'm telling you, it's a great place to do a game from. I'll tell you, ground ball down to third, backhanded, long throw to first, and they got him. Great job by Mullins at Jackson Dameron at third base, and there's quickly 2 down in the home half of the 5th for Central.
That's a great defensive play, but he's got a good compact swing too. He gets the ball.
Yes,
quick.
He does. Yeah. First time they've gotten Crum out tonight. 2 down. And if they were able to get Isaac Blankenship, it'd be the first time in this game that Pike County Central has went down in order. They've had runners on base in every inning. Taylor with the pitch. Does it catch the outside plate? No. 2-4 outside. Ball 1.
Well, I think we got a veteran umpire behind the plate.
Oh, well, Pete Runyon, he's been there a few games. Second pitch low in the dirt, 2-0.
If you don't care, I'll tell Pete's story in between
Absolutely.
games.
You go right ahead. Tell you what, there's going to be, I had the umpired the 57th District Girls Softball. This game coming up next between Pike County Central and Johnson Central. I'll tell you, they met twice during the year. Pike Central won both games 4-2 and 2-1, but they were terrific
Wow.
games.
Everybody said it's going to be the game to watch. I'm looking forward to it getting started.
And there's ball 4 issued, so Pike Central's not going to go down 1 for 3 as Blankenship reaches on a base on balls, and that's going to bring up number 5 hitter Peyton Compton. Compton is 1 for 2. He's got an RBI. He scored a run. Last time up, he popped out to third base. 2 out, runner on first for Central. They lead 5-2 in this game. They had a 5 spot in the first inning. Shelby Valley with single runs in the first and the 4th, and that's where we stand, 5-2. Taylor. Pitch. Pop up, going to go back out to second base. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's not. Shelby Valley makes the put out. We've come to the end of 5 innings of play with a score Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2. Back with the top of the 6th in just 1 minute. You're listening to sports on the D&D Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Top of the 6th inning with the score. Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2. Shelby Valley will be batting here in the top of the 6th, and Eugene, they're running out of outs, as the old saying goes.
Yes, they are. They had an opportunity through the middle of the lineup to get some runs in the last inning, and were unable to play to run. And now it's going to be the job of the bottom part of the lineup to get them to the top and give them a chance to get, they need 3 in the next 2 innings. But I'll tell you what, I like the strategy of Will Ward, the way he's handled his pitcher, the way he's manipulated his defense. And when you've got a coach on the field, I'm going to call him a coach on the field in the catcher, Mouton. He just seems to be in control of everything behind the plate, keeps his pitcher in rhythm, and don't run on him.
Caden Justice, the 8th grader, up. He's 1 for 2. He struck out, and last time legged out an infield hit.
So far, Mouton has been the best defensive catcher of the day. I'm not saying he's the best defensive catcher up here, but he's had the best day defensively.
Pitches in for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. So imperative Valley gets something going here, gets the leadoff hitters on. Justice swings and misses. He's in the hole 1-2. Shearer's not had many strikeouts, but he's let his fielders do the work, and they've done the job. Pitch on the outside, and they called it a 3rd strike. I just wonder if the catcher called, if he helped with that, and he made the quick throw to 3rd base. But it's a strikeout charged against Justice.
Well, I have called ball games with Pete Runyon. He makes the call verbally right away, and then the signal. But he was making the punch out on the 3rd strike.
3rd strike out of the game for Shearer. Lincoln Taylor, the pitcher, comes in.
You know, I've noticed, like in softball, college games, they make the call and then they raise the hand for the strike. It's kind of even delayed at that level.
Taylor has grounded into a double play and reached on an error. 0 for 2 officially. Ball outside, count evens at 1-1. Shelby Valley down to 5 outs if they're going to extend their season. Taylor looking down to 3rd base. I'm not sure what he'd be looking for here. I don't know what kind of signal to be looking for, except for maybe hit 1 out.
He acted like he was going to bunt the ball.
Don't know that Taylor would be the one they want him to bunt.
I know what Earl Weaver's strategy of the Baltimore Orioles was on that, don't you?
Two base runners and a 3-run homer. He said, I only get 27 outs and I'm not going to give any up. He did not like to sacrifice.
No. Strike 2 call. I only get 27. I'm not going to give him one.
Yeah. Count evens at 2 on Lincoln Taylor. There's a pitch over the middle. Second baseman comes up with it. Snap throw. It's off the bag, but Hager makes the tag, and there's 2 down for the Valley here.
And I guess, I don't know if it's an official stat, but if it is, I say along with Billy Martin, he is probably among the top of managers being ejected from ball games.
And Earl didn't leave without letting him know how he felt. He's covered many a base and home plate and whatever. Fields is up to bat. He's 0 for 2.
Another volatile coach was Lou Piniella.
Grounded out to short and grounded to third. He's 0 for 2. And he's in the hole 0 and 2.
Pike Central sitting pretty right now with a 3-run lead, 2 out in the sixth inning. And you know what? This is with the guy who wasn't expected to pitch today.
No.
How has he handled that? That's been, pretty impressive.
There's a grounder. Third baseman comes up with it. Nice throw across the mound.
That's the way you cut it off.
That's it. And with the put out, we've come through 5.5 innings, and it remains Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 2. Back in 1 minute on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx Sport for only $17,999. Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
If you're looking for a pharmacy that's still got a hometown feel, come to Kemper Pharmacy in Kemper, Kentucky. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. You can also get free University of Kentucky basketball schedules today at Kemper Pharmacy. Kemper Pharmacy is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes.
We're going to go to the bottom half of the 6th inning with Pike County Central leading 5-2 over Shelby Valley. So from a defensive standpoint, Pike Central needs 3 outs to move on, and this is what we call a chance to add on. Pike Central would like to add on to this 5-2 lead that they have. And coming to the plate for Pike County Central will be Patrick Mandrell. A line drive to left field in the 1st inning. Struck out back in the 4th inning. And it takes one that's behind him. And that's going to be ball 1. First game tomorrow will be the winner of this game and the winner of Johnson Central and Floyd Central. And then Pikeville Paintsville will be the 8 o'clock game. Then over on the softball field, we'll get you that before we get off the air, who'll be playing. The 4th game is going to start on time. One of the reasons why they're not playing right now is Johnson Central High School completing their baccalaureate services, getting ready for graduation. So that game will start at 8 o'clock. Johnson Central and Pike County Central. Swing and a miss. So full count. Taylor has come in, and after inheriting a pretty rough mess, he has shut down the Hawks with no runs the last 4 innings.
He got in that groove, Eugene. I think it just took him a while to where he started behind the plate, and he came in after only 3 batters, and I think it just took him a while to find his rhythm. Do you agree?
There's a line
Speaking
drive.
of rhythm.
That's down. Nice backhanded play by Mullins. He comes up firing, and he's going to hold him to a long single. Nice defensive play out in left field by Mullins.
First hit of the game for Mandrell. Shearer's up. He struck out and grounded to third. Tell you somebody that's had a pretty good game making it look easy is the third baseman, Mandrell, who's on first with that base hit. He's made some nice plays at third base.
Going to be a little more decision thought going into the decision for player of the game, I think. Still got to see what the outcome is. Caden Crumbs had a great game at shortstop defensively and base running. There's a wild pitch. Pike Central's going to have a man in scoring position.
Now in this situation, you got your number 7 hitter up. I'm thinking bunt here and get him over to third, Earl Weaver. I know you would with a tie game, or maybe you're down 1 or you're up 1. You may not with a 3-run lead. I don't know.
I'm bunting. In this situation, I want to add on a run, put more pressure on Shelby Valley offensively in the 7th inning. I'm going to advance him.
Well, they don't have to.
Look at this BB.
Boy, not good. Base running. The ball got away from Bentley, but just not very far, and he guns the runner down. Eugene, what's the old adage in baseball?
Never get the first out at third base.
Never get the first out at third base.
Or the third out.
Or the third out. Wow, Bentley with a rifle throw. Boy, not good. Base running. He nailed Mantrell. He didn't have a chance.
We've seen 2 catchers with outstanding arms in this game.
Boy, you just don't want that right there. I mean, it's just not the chance. I mean,
takes the pressure off. It's 3-0 now. You could be sitting at second base with a 3-0 count on the hitter. Getting ready to move toward the top of the lineup. And there's ball 4.
Sure reaches base for the first time.
We've seen 3 runners thrown out attempting to steal or move up on potential pass balls. But did Bentley not recover greatly?
Didn't he, though?
And what about the throw? If he throws it a foot higher, the guy's going out of the tag. You know, it's just right there.
Hunter Atkins up. Got a base hit last time. He was caught. Well, he is actually picked off first.
Do you bunt again?
No. I'm swinging with the runner on first base.
He's way out in front of that one.
Welcome, everyone, to Stonecrest Sports Park and the 2023 15th Region Softball Tournament, hosted by the City of Prestonsburg. Additional sponsors are Prestonsburg Food City, Community Trust Bank, and Appalachian Wireless.
Did he go?
He might have offered us that. That'd be worth a check.
Well, I would. I'd ask for a.
Shelby Valley does not ask for a check on the swing.
Taking on the winners out of the 57th District, Johnson Central Lady Eagles.
There's a strike at the knees.
1-2 count. Runner on third, 1 out. Central leading 5-2. All their runs coming in the first inning. Shelby Valley will be down to their last 3 outs against Cameron Shear. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. 2 outs.
He took a lot off of that one, didn't he?
In left field, number 10, Caden Hess. At third base,
The winners in girls softball today.
Sanders.
Belfry.
At second base, number 8,
Shelby Valley.
Stanley. At first base,
And
number 2, Sydney Thompson.
Lawrence County.
And at shortstop, number 15.
Winners over here. Paintsville and Pikeville. Pike Central leading in this one.
Johnson Central Lady Eagles.
Pitch outside to Newsom. He's walked, struck out.
They're making the player introductions for game 4 on the softball field.
At first base, number 15, Randy DeLong.
Oh, well, steal a 10.
Oh, he's out.
Pitcher, number 44.
He would
Dropped the ball. Well, they had him.
At third
They got the tag. They got the sweep tag, and he lost control of the baseball. So runner is safe. Well, I'll tell you what. It's not smart to run on these two catchers in this game.
Or wander too far off the base and get picked off.
Yeah. 5-2. 2 out. Foul tip at the plate.
That runner in scoring position, how big would that be if Pike Central got it in?
Yeah. You know, you could have nothing more than a tying run come to plate, of course, with a 4-run lead. You have to have the bases loaded and the guy at bat to be the tying run. Tell you what, Shearer's not shown any inkling of weakening out on the mound. Oh, he was throwing as hard in the 6th inning as he was in the 1st inning, in my opinion. Shelby Valley's going to be down to the last 3 outs. They'll have the top of the order. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 out. Runner at second base. 2 strikes, 2 balls. There's the pitch. Hits a breaking ball. Hit right to the shortstop, Brown. He's going to make a long throw, and he gets the out. And we go to the 7th. Shelby Valley down to their last at bat if they're going to advance in this tournament to score right now. Pike County Central 5. Shelby Valley 2. Back with the 7th inning as you're listening to 15th Region Baseball on the D&D Sports Network.
Tax season coming up. If you're looking for a car lot with no bumps, no added tags, no gimmicks, no added dealer markups, come to Man Toyota in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. We'll have you leaving our lot saying, man, what a deal. Looking for a good printing company? Come to Custom Print and Design in South Williamson, Kentucky. Mike Stafford can take care of all your needs. Whether it's game day gear, election ads, or just business material, they can do it. They can embroider, screen print, digital printing, signs and banners, decals and labels, business forms, vinyl lettering, team apparel, ad specialty, and more. Come see us at Custom Print and Design in South Williamson.
Sun setting here at Stonecrest. It's been a beautiful day. We'll have to have the lights before we get through game 4, but it has been picturesque. Postcard of Prestonsburg Sportsplex, I'll tell you that. As Shelby Valley down to the last 3 outs.
Top of the order. They're going to have Newsom, Brown, and Dameron. That's what the doctor orders if you're a Shelby Valley fan.
97 pitches by Shearer so far. So 120 is the limit. And I think in high school, if you have 119, you start a batter at 120, you can complete that one hitter. So here comes Riley Newsom to the plate. He scored the first Shelby Valley run in the 1st inning, then grounded out to 3rd.
0 for 3 on the evening.
And he starts out with a swing and a miss.
Sure, only 3 strikeouts. He's let his defense work behind him, and they've not let him down.
Well, we've seen a couple double plays, a pickoff, 3 caught stealings. There's
Yep.
a curveball that misses outside. So this is pitch number 100 coming. And it's laced into left field for a base hit. So Riley Newsom does his job. Gets a little pressure on the defense by getting a base hit into left field. And that's going to bring Sam Brown to the plate. Brown started the game on the mound. Ran into first inning problems, and the left-hander coming up right now needs a base hit.
6th hit of the game for Valley.
Tying run is on the on-deck circle.
Number 17, Emily Tackett.
So Brown digs in. Shearer has to be getting a little tired. And there's a foul off the end of the bat. You get up and sit down 100 times, you get tired. Let alone throw 100 pitches.
Brown 1 for 2 in the game. Base on ball, a single, and he's popped to third.
Big lead at first. There's a sweeping curveball. That's in for a strike. So Brown down, no balls and 2 strikes here in the last inning. His team trailing by 3. Can't take anything close, that's for sure. And they throw one about a foot outside, hoping he would go fishing, but not the case. Can't waste can't waste very many pitches with pitch count. Here's the sidearm curveball, and oh man, Shearer wanted that one. Moton wanted that one.
Brown, a left-handed hitter.
It took guts to take that one, didn't it? Here's the 2-2, a time called. Way far out question for you right now, Ronnie, but with 2-2, do you run to try to stay out of a double play?
Absolutely not. I'm going base to base.
And there's one hit into the gap, left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Shelby Valley gets the first 2 men on board, and the tying run comes to the plate. M1 Jackson Demmer, who has grounded out and been hit by, or walked rather.
Walked twice.
There you go.
Got an RBI. Now does Coach Ward go to his bullpen? I think he is.
Well, it looked like, I kind of made reference that Shearer looked a little tired. And I think he is. If you go out and you ask your catcher what you think, and he says, Coach, I don't think he's throwing as hard as he was in the 5th and 6th inning.
Valley in business. They got leadoff base hits from Riley Newsom and Sam Brown, and got the 3rd, 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up, including Brady Bentley, who's had 2 hits and lined hard to center field his last time.
So as the movie line goes, so you think we have a chance?
So let's see who's coming on to pitch.
So Shelby Valley thinks they have a chance. Well, we know that Moton is going to stay behind the plate. Ronnie, I'm like you. The dark numbers on the dark jerseys, it's just hard to pick up the number with the sun going down. And that's why I've got the binoculars. Number 10 is going to be the pitcher for Pike County Central. And that is going to be Isaac Blankenship, who's coming in from center field.
For the Hawks, number 10, Isaac Blankenship.
Isaac Blankenship.
Well, and in his warm-up, he's throwing some heat.
Comes from second base.
He does come from second base. I thought he came from center field, but you're right. Peyton Compton is in center field.
Central, 0-0, Mason DeLong.
Game 4 will start approximately 30 minutes after conclusion of this game, which in 3 minutes we would be at the normal start time for Game 4. So really, truly not that far behind schedule.
Lights are already on here at Stonecrest. You think the pitcher will be able to slide one or two more warm-up pitches past Pete Runyon?
No. He just said that's it.
That's it. Here's the situation.
Pete Runyon knows the rule book and has known the rule book as good as anybody that'll be on the field calling.
Shelby Valley runners at first and second. Up to plate is their number 3 hitter in the order, and that's Jackson Dameron. Shelby Valley on the short end of a 5-2 score.
Your buddy Larry Maggard has the plate for the girls' game next door.
Well, he ought to know Johnson Central. He had it behind the plate all 3 games in the tournament last week in the 57th district.
Big at bat for the Wildcats.
Now, Eugene, if I'm a batter, I'm Jackson Dameron. If I'm Coach Welch, I'm taking the he throws me a strike.
Absolutely.
I'm taking the he throws me a strike.
With 2 runners on and ahead in the count 1-0, it's got to come in there. That is way. And Moton saves the runners from moving up again. That was behind the batter.
It was.
And he lunged from his catching position and caught that ball. And I'm going to say blindly, there's no way he could see exactly where that ball was because the runner blocked him.
Great job. Just a great job behind the plate. He's done it several times. Tell me that he's got to be taken. He's got to be.
And he does take. And that's going to be strike 1. Now you're swinging to come out of your shoes. And that's outside.
Tried to take something off that. It looked like he tried to take a little off of it to try to make sure he got a strike. And it's 3-1. I'm not so sure why I'm not. I know it's a hitter's pitch, but
There's ball 4. Valley has loaded the bases. Nobody out. Trailing by 3. And they've got exactly who they want coming to the plate right now. Brady Bentley.
Bentley, he has lined up 2 base hits, and probably the hardest ball he hit was straightaway center. And
I don't think Will Ward doesn't like what he's seeing, and he's going to make another pitching change.
They may be bringing Hager in. Eugene, what did I say in the first inning of this game?
You said
yes.
You may see him before the night's over.
Yes. I said, don't be surprised if we don't see Blake Hager in this game. And I think that's exactly what we want to see.
Well, Ronnie, that also goes back to that old saying, about your mindset, as Hager is coming into the ball game to pitch. A little different speed on the ball, even in warm-up, is there?
Yeah, exactly. Until he can bring some heat.
So you've got, 20, is it 20 pitches that you can throw and still not have a day's rest, or is it 25?
I'm not sure in the high school baseball. I'd have to check on that.
We just checked with the official score. You do have 25 pitches without having to have a day's rest. But if you've got tightness in your forearm,
what difference does it make?
And you've also
start
the game.
Yeah, I'm sure the player Hager's. I'm sure Coach Ward asked him, said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Coach, I think I can come in and save the game. I think I can come in and give you an inning, or I can give you 20, 25 pitches."
It is a save situation. And with Hager coming in, I might change my batting philosophy. I might, if it's served up first pitch, what I want, I'm going to take a rip at it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Shelby Valley trailing 5-2, and the Pike Central ace is in. Blake Hager try to close this one out.
And they are playing deep in the outfield. They don't want anything to get to the gaps.
Blankenship
to the wall.
Only faced one batter, charged with a walk. And Brady Bentley's up to plate.
And they are in at the corners. Double play depth up the middle. A little different velocity on that strike.
Bentley takes a strike. There's a foul ball off to the first base side of the dugout. Bentley's in a hole. Boy, Hager's done what he needed to do. He come in, got ahead of him. It's a 0-2 count now on Bentley.
Safe to say he was a little tardy on that swing.
Fastball high and tight. Probably 30 minutes after this game, we're going to have Johnson Central taking on Floyd County Central.
Well, there is a pitching gun up in the press box now. That last pitch was at 77.
Well, Bentley almost hit by that and has to hit the deck on the breaking ball. Count evens at 2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Cleanup hitter Brady Bentley, 2 for 3 on the night. And he fans. Swing and a miss. And Eugene, that was a beautiful pitch on the outside part of the plate. Bentley goes down swinging, a big out for Pike Central. That's going to bring up Hunter Mullins. He's been hit by a pitch. He's flown out to center field on base on balls. 0 for 1 officially at the plate.
That last pitch was clocked at 78. So and that's with 8 warm-ups. That's not going through your full routine of getting loose. So I imagine he can top the radar gun into the 80s when he's loose.
He falls behind 2-0 to Mullins. 5-2. Tying runs on base for Shelby Valley.
Pitch.
2 hits and a walk.
Pitch number 8. And a pitch away from walking in a run. You take 2 here on him.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And that's the first one. I still think you take another one.
Number 4, Liv Sanders.
Ball's fouled off.
Partner, I want you to take a look up the road at the people trying to get in for these last 2 ball games.
You're right. Wow. Traffic jam on Stonecrest. We've had an overflow crowd. I'm telling you, they're going to bring in more bleachers tomorrow, Eugene, for the semifinals, I think. Count 4. Big mama in this game. And there's a foul down the right field line. So Mullins hanging in there. Give Hager credit. He fell behind 3-0. He's come with 3 straight strikes.
Oh, we've got the radar gun showing that one at 81 miles an hour. I like this, the radar gun.
What do you think mine would have been if they put it on me?
We could reverse that 81 and get it to 18. They picked him off at third, but the third baseman wasn't going toward the bag. I think they had the runner leaning the wrong way.
Don't know why you'd have a big lead off there at third.
The only run that matters right now is the runner on first.
That's it.
And that's strike 3 call.
Wow, he comes back from 3-0 to get the strikeout on Mullins.
And Shelby Valley down to their last out.
Bryce Bentley, 1 for 3. Base hit, fielder's choice, grounded out to second. Boy, that was a big comeback there. 3-0, and Hager comes back and gets the strikeout.
That misses outside.
Nope, they call it a strike.
Oh, wow.
Now batting number 8, J.C. Stanley.
Heading toward right field.
2 runs should score, I would think. Or they're going to take it base to base. Nope, 2 runs do score. 5-4.
That could have been a gamble throwing that down to third base, too.
Big 2-out hit by Bryce Bentley. Plates 2 runs.
So Caden Justice.
8th grader. A lot of pressure on that young man. He struck out twice and legged out an infield hit.
Coach Kyle Welch is going to come down and talk to him in a moment as Alton goes to the mound.
Boy, there was no question about that. A nice base hit by Bryce Bentley. He lined it between first and second.
If my pitcher is more comfortable in the windup, I'm going to go with the windup in this situation.
Best game of the day as far as boys action. Paintsville won 6-0 over Lawrence County. Pikeville with a 10-0 win over Belfry. This one 5-4. All of Pike Central's runs coming in the first, and as we've said many times before, the last 3 scored on 2 wild pitches. And that's the difference in the game. Shelby Valley's chipped away a little. They cut it to 5-2, and they've cut it to 5-4. Now the question is, do you run on? Well, I don't think so. They're running on first base.
The only way I would do it would be to
delayed steal.
Intentionally get caught in a rundown with a delayed steal. Because there's a lot of pressure on an 8th grader in this situation with someone throwing in the 80s on the mound.
Mm-hmm. I will say this: if I am the third base coach for Valley, I'm going to make sure my runner's down, and I'm going to tell him if it gets away, take a chance. That's me. I'm going to tell him to.
And 2-0 the count.
Well, you know he's taking here. Eugene, do you dare bunt the 8th grader down the third baseline, try to beat it out if it count gets even or whatever?
He's quick enough. We saw
he's
him beat
fast.
out.
He's quick.
Him beat out a grounder to second.
Oh my goodness, he's swinging on that. I think it was a strike, but interesting, Eugene. Would you have had to take sign on?
I think I would.
I know it's 2-0. I know it's a hitter's pitch, but
in this situation, I think I would. You got to look at the age and the experience of the batter as well. No fear in him though, is there? He's down to his last strike. 2-2 the count.
Now batting number 2, Sydney Pike.
Pitch number 18 coming. And he went.
And that's going to do it. And Pike Central's going to advance with a 5-4. Can they appeal that, Eugene, to the first base?
No, if the umpire behind the plate,
he doesn't have to ask, does he?
If he goes ahead and makes the call, he does not have to ask. I don't think I think he did go. But now our vantage point is not that great. But Shelby Valley's comeback falls short. Pike Central holds on as they get 5 runs in the first inning, and they make it stand, and they win it 5-4 over Shelby Valley, and they will move on. They will take on the winner of Johnson Central and Floyd County Central our next game. We'll step away from this break, and when we come back, Ronnie will have the wrap-up. Pike Central 5, Shelby Valley 4. Back after this, powered by T-Mobile. This is D&D Sports.
If you're looking for a pharmacy that's still got a hometown feel, come to Kemper Pharmacy in Kemper, Kentucky. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. You can also get free University of Kentucky basketball schedules today at Kemper Pharmacy. Kemper Pharmacy is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Welcome back, everyone. Third game is in the books, and a thrilling game it was. Came down to the last pitch, and Pike Central, they advanced with a 5-4 victory over Shelby Valley. Pike Central's pitchers allowing 4 runs on 8 hits. The pitching staff issued 5 base on balls. They had 6 strikeouts. 3 pitchers used in the game by Coach Will Ward. The starting pitcher, Cameron Shearer, he went 6 innings, and then they brought Blankenship in to face one batter, and then Blake Hager comes in and gets the last 3 outs and gets the save. Shelby Valley, an outstanding job after the first inning. They gave up 5 runs in the first inning. They chipped away. They cut it to 5-2. They cut it to 5-4. They had runners on the corner, but a called third strike on Caden Justice ends this game. A quick recap of the scoring. First, Shelby Valley scores in the first inning. Riley Newsom strikes out, but he reaches first on a missed third strike. Sam Brown gets a base hit, and Brady Bentley brings him in. Jackson Dameron brings in the run with a force play. Brady Bentley had a hit, but that was all the damage that Shelby Valley would do. They led 1-0. Pike Central scored all 5 of their runs, and it was interesting how they done it. Blake Hager led off the game with a base hit. Caleb Mouton had a base hit, and then Caden Crum had a base hit. And Pike Central was in business with the bases loaded. Isaac Blankenship was hit by a pitch, brought in a run. And then Peyton Compton had a base hit, brought in the second run, and that's where things got interesting. Looked like Shelby Valley was going to get out of the inning, giving up only 2 runs, but then the pitcher issued a wild pitch with the bases loaded. That made it 3-1. And then the play of the game, and it involved no contact. 3-1 they led. There was a wild pitch from the pitcher, Lincoln Taylor. It got by the catcher, made it 4-1, and then Bentley tries to get the second runner scoring, or the first runner scoring, and it goes toward third base, and another runner scores on the wild pitch. So the last 3 runners in this game scored on wild pitches. Once again, the runner scored on a wild pitch. Then the next pitch was wild. The catcher gets it. He tries to get the runner to plate. He doesn't get him, and he throws it, and it rolls toward third base, and then another run comes in, and Pike Central led 5-1. That would be all their scoring for the game. Shelby Valley scored a run in the 4th inning as they got 2 base on balls, 3 base on balls. They left the bases loaded, stranded in that one. And Brady Bentley had a base hit, and then another base hit for Shelby Valley. And they won business trailing 5-1. And then Caden Justice legged out a base hit, and the runner from second came all the way around to score on a throwing error, and that made it 5-2. And then Shelby Valley tacks on 2 runs in the last inning. Riley Newsom, Sam Brown get a base hit, Jackson Dameron with a base on ball, and Bryce Bentley with his second hit of the game delivers a 2 RBI hit, makes it 5-4, but then they get the strikeout and the game ends, and Pike Central moves on to fight tomorrow night as they win 5-4 over the Shelby Valley Wildcats in what was a very exciting game. With that, we're going to step out and we're going to recap the winners right now. Paintsville advances with a 6-0 win over Lawrence County, and Pikeville advances with a 10-0 win over Belfish. Pike Central advances with a 5-4 win over Shelby Valley. We got Johnson Central coming up, taking on Floyd Central. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for that game. On the girls' side, Shelby Valley girls advance with a 14-0 win over Floyd Central, and Belfield advances with a 4-2 win over Paintsville, and then Lawrence County with a big victory over the Pikeville Lady Panthers. Lawrence County moves on. So we've got 6 games down and 1 each left on the softball and the boys side. And we'll be back as you listen to the 15th region on the D&D Sports Network.